Brooklyn Tech is a pretty amazing place. It's a specialized high school here in New York City. They really specialize in pumping out engineer-ready students. My name is Tom Karanovic, and I'm the Senior Mechanical Engineering Instructor here at Brooklyn Technical High School. When I started here about 2 years ago, the course was specifically geared towards computer numerical controlled machinery. And in the last 12 months, we've been making drastic changes towards rapid prototyping, specifically with the MakerBot. We're able to get through more material. The students are able to absorb more manufacturing-related knowledge. They're able to check their parts and verify designs, probably in the same class period, versus on the traditional methods we were doing about 2 years ago. They would have to wait a day or two, or sometimes by the end of the week. The MakerBot and the new era of rapid prototyping and the vast accessibility is opening up the field of engineering as a whole. We're seeing a lot more interest from all sorts of students, starting as early as freshman year. One of my students, Vishnu Sajanapelli, is in my afternoon class, and the first thing he did was he said, "Hey, what does that little black box do?"
From kindergarten to 11th grade, everything was on a piece of paper. That kind of set me off when I went to engineering, where you usually don't get what you expected. I'm Vishnu Sajanapelli. I'm currently a senior at Brooklyn Tech High School. I just started working on the 3D printer first thing. As the first project came in, I was more and more intrigued on how to create more projects.
The design process that I noticed in him just blossomed tenfold. Right away, he was more involved in the mechanical theory. Right now, he's interested in applying more of his math skills.
So last year, Calculus BC, at the end of the year, we were trying to figure out the solid that we're gonna get from intersecting two cylinders. And trying to see it on the computer and trying to draw it on the board was really difficult. I was like, oh, why don't I print out a 3D model for the surface? I was sitting there for about 30 minutes staring at the printer as it's printing layer by layer. Before, it was just in my mind or on a piece of paper and on a computer. And that wasn't as cool as having the project in your hand, because you're able to touch it and you're able to feel the project itself. Mr. Karanovic and Mr. Pius, my other engineering teacher, asked me to create an instruction set on the MakerBot because I was working on it all the time. They told me to teach it in front of the class so that all the students can get it.
There are students that sometimes they'll look at the picture and they'll look at the 3D model and they'll say, "Can you just walk me through it once more?" And they're probably more of a verbal learner. Some students are completely visual, and some of the students, and now most of them, thanks to the MakerBot, are more tactile learners. So they'd rather see it, play with it, look at it, and say, "Hey, can't we do this with this next time?"